In this video, I'm going to show you the setup if you would like to connect your Maonocaster E2 to a phone for podcasting or streaming purposes. The streaming platform that I will be showing you today is YouTube streaming. Without further ado, let's get started. By the way, this is the Maonocaster E2 single mic bundle. If you want to get a set for yourself, I will be adding the Maono website under the description. And now let me show you the things I will need in this setup. So first of all, the Maonocaster E2, and then the microphone that comes in the package is this one. As you can see, I had set it up already. And this device here, this is the phone I will be using for streaming. And as I mentioned, I will be using YouTube streaming this time. And this iPad here will be the source of my background music. And of course, this one here is the XLR cable that comes along with this package to connect to the condenser microphone, and the earbuds. So this is also comes in the package, and these two cords here, these are the TRRS, the one that has 3 lines on it. And this lightning audio adapter, I only need this one because the phone that I will be using for streaming does not have a headphone jack or port on it. That's why I need this one. If you're going to use an Android device or a tablet, you do not need this one. You just have to connect the one end from here to the headphone port of that device. First, I am going to connect this microphone to the Maonocaster E2. So simply connect the other end to the XLR port over here. And if you happen to use the condenser microphone that has the XLR to 3.5 mm, then you will connect that to here, to the one that says mic 2. Okay, so let's connect this one here. There it is. And next we will connect one TRRS from here to connect to the background music. So we will connect one end to here, to the one that says aux in. And then the other end we will connect to this iPad. Again, as I mentioned, the iPad will be the source of our background music. And simply locate the headphone port or jack of that device, then you're all set. So this one is just on this corner. Next, let's connect the other TRRS on here from this Maonocaster E2 to that device. So simply connect it from here. You just select live output 1 or live output 2. Let's use live output 1. And then the other end to this device. And again, as I mentioned, this device doesn't have an audio jack or port on it. That's why I will need this lightning adapter. So connect it from there and then connect it to here. There you go. And finally, I'm going to connect the earbuds. And the earbuds is just down here to connect. There are 2 ports on here. You just select either one of them. So let's use this one. Okay, there you go. As you can see, I am ready to go live on here on YouTube. So from here, I'm going to hit next. Okay, and let's hit go live. Okay, there you go. So I am now on live. So again, what I will be doing is I will be syncing or combining the audio from this YouTube live streaming and the video from the other camera that I'm using right now, so that while I'm doing all this, you can hear the actual audio output from my live streaming. So first of all, on this Maonocaster E2, for this condenser microphone to work, please do not forget to turn on the 48-volt phantom power. Otherwise, this condenser microphone will not work. And the other most important volume knobs on this Maonocaster E2 is this one here, the output volume knob, because if this is at low, your recording or your streaming, your listeners or viewers will not be able to hear your audio, or there won't be no audio if this is at 0. So you need to turn this on high. So if not at the max, at least set this on high all the time if you are doing podcasting, streaming, or recording. Okay, so from here, as to my settings, the low, mid, and high, it's all up to you, whatever is your preferred settings. That is the equalizer in there. So let's say low, mid, or high. Low is more for the bass, and high is more for treble, and mid, I still don't know what's the mid there. But anyway, it's up to you to test it, whatever is your preferred vocals. Let's say, for example, if I'm going to set this to low or 0, then it sounds like that. Or if it's high, then it sounds like that. And same with the high there. Okay, so if it's at the max, sounds like that. Or if it's at 0, it sounds like that. Okay, there you go. But anyway, if you do not know what to set, might as well just set them, all three of them, in the middle. So I am setting them all three at the middle right now. Now for the next volume knob on your instrument, you do not need to worry about this, because this is the volume control if you connect, let's say, a guitar or a keyboard to this sound card. So we're not be connecting those ones, so do not need to worry if it's high or low. It doesn't matter. Now, for the next volume knob here, you can use this one if you are doing your live streaming. Let's say you want to entertain your audience or listeners or viewers. Maybe you can use this on your podcasting, or again, other than podcasting, when you're doing your live streaming. So again, if you want to change your voice to female, then just
simply turn it to the right, and as you move it more higher, it turns into
baby. And if you want to turn it to the left, it gives you the male voice. Okay, so something like that.
And at this go higher, it goes deeper.
Okay, there you go. And the monitor here, this is the volume control of your earphone or earbuds or headphone, whatever you want to use. And now for this three buttons on here, A, B, C. So these are the let's say the recorded sounds you did if you have done it. Let's give it, maybe I'll press one of the buttons here. I believe I recorded some of the sound effects from my last video. Okay, so let's press this one here. If you like this type of videos, please like and subscribe. Okay, there you go. So now for this ABC, the maximum you can record from that is a minute. And so this loop button on here, if you press this one, that sound effects that you recorded on those three buttons on here, it will keep repeating that sound effects if you're going to press this one here. So let's give it a sample. If you like this type of videos, please like and subscribe. If you like this type of videos, please like. Okay, so something like that. And so from the bottom pads or buttons on here, the maximum you can record is 20 seconds. And let's try, I believe I recorded also sound effects from YouTube. Let's try this one here. Okay, there you go. So this pad volume on here, this is your volume control of the sound effects you recorded from here. And by the way, the 8 buttons on here, you cannot loop them, only the top ones here. You can loop or you can keep repeating that sound effects that you recorded. Okay, let's try the volume control of the sound effects on here. So let's press this one again. Okay, and let's turn the volume up and then down. So there you go. So this is one of the new feature of the Maonocaster Lite to this Maonocaster E2. So this time you have the volume control of your sound effects. And I should say this one would be good for some of you who always do live streaming or podcasting, because let's say, for example, on your next streaming, you want to use a different set of sound effects, then feel free to do it. And like the first one, so you only have 3 options there or 3 or 4 options to record your custom sound effects. And this time you have lots. You have 8 and then 3 on top here. Okay, let's go to the next one here. So now for the loopback function on here, if you had watched my review on this Maonocaster E2, it will show you there the loopback function. So the loopback, that is only matters if you are going to connect this one to a computer. So which means if you are doing your recording or streaming from a computer. But this time we're not doing it. We're not connecting this one to a computer. We're using a phone to do a live streaming. So loopback doesn't matter if it's on or off. Your audience or listeners or viewers should still be able to hear that background music you are playing, even if this is off or on. Okay, let's give it a sample. So let me play a music from this iPad here to show you that you can hear the audio or whatever I am playing, even if the loopback is on or off. Okay, let's play this one here. Okay, and by the way, the volume control of this one, of your background music, is from here. So this volume knob here for aux. So you can turn it up like that or lower it. And also you can control the volume from the device itself with wherever is the sound is coming from. So for example, from this iPad, you can control the volume from here. Okay, lower it or turn it up. Okay, so something like that. Okay, so now as you can see, the loopback here is off and you still can hear the background music I am playing. And if I'm going to turn it on, so I had turned on the loopback on and still you can hear the background music I am playing. So that's what I'm talking about. The loopback doesn't matter if it's on or off, as long as you are doing your streaming from a phone, not from a laptop. Okay, and now the sidechain on here. So again, loopback matters if you are doing your streaming in a laptop. Loopback has to be turned on for you to be able to use the sidechain feature. But since we are not using a computer to do a streaming, then it doesn't matter if the loopback is on or off. You can use the sidechain right away. Okay, so what it does is, as I am playing a background music from here, the volume of that background music will go down as you talk, and as you stop talking, the volume should pick up. Okay, let me give you a sample. Okay, let's play this one again. Okay, and now let me turn on the sidechain even if the loopback is off. Okay, now that the sidechain is on, as you can see, as you can hear, you could hardly hear the background music because I am talking. But if I'm going to stop talking, you should be able to background music that I am playing. There you go. That is the use of the sidechain. And okay, let me just show you. If I'm going to turn the loopback on, okay, now loopback is on and still no change. You can still hear the background music I am playing. That is if I stop talking because I turn on the sidechain. Okay, there you go. So again, even if the loopback is on or off, it doesn't matter. Still, your audience should be able to hear the background music if you stop talking. There you go. So that is while the sidechain is on. Okay, let's now turn off the sidechain. Okay, so now that the sidechain is off, okay, let me just pause this music on there. Okay, now the dry wet on here. So what's the use of that is, okay, let me just prepare first a song from YouTube. Okay, there you go. So let's say, for example, you are, let's say, doing a karaoke song, or even if you're not doing a karaoke song, and if you add reverberation to your vocals. So the two volume knobs on here, by the way, are your reverb or echo. So the first one here is the depth is the short reverberation, and the decay time is the long reverberation. So it gives you how long the reverberation. Okay, so now let's turn on, okay, let's turn this up. There you go, sound check, testing 1, 2. And I'm gonna turn the decay time also on maybe at 3 o'clock on both of them. Okay, soundtrack testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I believe you need these effects if you want to, let's say, do some karaoke song on your streaming. And now, as you notice, the depth and the decay time is at 3 o'clock, and my vocals output or my audio has that reverberation. Now, if you are going to press the dry wet on here. So if you turn it on, what will happen is that it will remove right away that reverberation. So let me try it now. Okay, sound check, testing 1, 2, and I'm gonna turn on now the dry wet button. Okay, so it is now turned on. So right now, me as a host, I can still hear that reverberation, but you as the listeners or viewers, you will not be able to hear that effects that I'm hearing right now. So that is the use of that. So let's say, for example, you are, let's say, singing and then you stop singing and you do not want to touch the reverberation on here, your settings, then simply turn this one and then it will remove that reverberation. Okay, so let me now turn this back off. So now I'm back and I turn it off and you should be able to hear what I am hearing with the effects, with that reverberation of your vocals. Okay, let me now turn this off. Okay, there you go. So that is the use of that. Okay, now let me show you if, for example, you want to sing to your audience or to your listeners. Okay, so of course, if you want to do that, you want to add some effects to your voice. Okay, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound check, testing 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, sound testing 1, 2. Maybe let's set it again to 3 o'clock. Okay, and now let's test our background music, how loud it is. Okay. Okay, so if you want to increase the volume, then you can increase that from here. And now let me give you a short sample if in case you want to do karaoke on your streaming. Okay, let's play this one now. There's someone in this crazy world for me. The way that people come and go through temporary lives, my chance could come and I might never know. Okay, there you go. So that's going to be the setup or that's going to be the output if you are going to do some karaoke song. And again, it's up to you if you want to add more treble to your voice or more bass to your voice, then simply turn this low to the right, or if you want more treble, then turn this high to the right. And now the music only on here. So that is if you're playing a song that has vocals and you want to sing along with that and somehow turn it into a karaoke song, then that is the features on that. Okay, and now let me show you a sample of a song that has vocals, and we are going to turn it into a karaoke song. But just to give you a heads up, the audio is not that great because we are just somehow forcing the vocals to be removed. I should say this should be your last option only. So if there is karaoke available, use that instead of this one. Okay, let me show you. Let's play this one here. Okay, so as you can see, it has vocals on it. And now if I'm going to turn it into a karaoke song, I'm just going to press the music only. Okay, there you go. So as you notice, the sound or the audio is not that great. And that is going to be the scenario if you're going to use the music feature on here. And now let me show you if you want to connect your background music to this Maonocaster E2 wirelessly using Bluetooth. Okay, so I am going to remove this cord now on here. Okay, so this time I'm going to turn on the Bluetooth on here. Okay, so simply go to the settings of that device. As long as that device where your background music is coming from supports Bluetooth. So what you do is go to the Bluetooth from here, make sure it's turned on, and then just find, there should be Maonocaster E2 from the list if you have a long list. So it says here Maonocaster E2 is now connected. Now that it is connected, what it means if I'm going to play a background music from here, it should now be connected to the Maonocaster E2 wirelessly. So it's connected using Bluetooth. Okay, let's play this song again on here. There you go. So as you can see, it is now connected using Bluetooth, and same as earlier, the volume control for that is going to be on here if you want to lower it or turn it up. And also you can control the volume from this device itself. So I believe the volume is just up here. So lower it or turn it up. There you go, something like that. Okay, let me pause this one now. And now the auto tune on here, you can use this one. So if you were doing live streaming and you wanted to use it, most likely this is for singing purposes, but if you want to use it for other purposes, you can as well. So just simply tap and turn it on. So as you keep pressing this one, the tune of your voice changes. Okay, so this is now a B major sound check. Testing 1, 2. Okay, so something like that. So to turn it off, just simply tap and hold and it will turn off. Okay, and one last thing here that I would like to show you is the vocal mode. You have a few modes on here that you wanted to use. So let's say, for example, this is the default one. It's the hall. And so the hall, you can add reverberation to it. So something like that, sound check. And now if we are going to check the next one, this is the valley, and this is the same. You can add reverberation to it if you would like, something like that. Okay, let's check the next one. Okay, so this is the room mode, and if you're going to add reverberation, again, you can add reverberation to it. Let's check the next one. Okay, so this is now the original. So please take note, original, even if you add some reverberation to it, there won't be no reverberation. And I suggest you can use this mode if you are doing a podcasting, because there won't be no reverberation on it if you select that mode on there. And that is all I can share for today. Thanks again, guys, for watching. If you like this type of videos, so please give it a like. And if you want more of this type of videos, consider subscribing if you haven't done yet, and click the notification bell so you are always updated for all the upcoming videos I will be posting. Keep safe, and until next time.